We start the action at 205 pounds. It's win or go home for Chris Camozzi. It's Cezar Ferreira trying to make a statement as the top seed in the light heavyweight division. And there is Chris Camozzi, Kenny Florian. A really rough outing, almost got it done against the returning champion in Emiliano Sordi. He's got to win or go home tonight.
He sure did. He was perhaps one takedown away from winning that fight. He was able to get taken down by Sordi and was controlled there. Said he made some mental mistakes as well as some technical mistakes, and he's looking to fix all of those tonight against the Brazilian Ferreira.
Well, Randy, hard to have a better PFL debut than the one that man had, and hard to call a fight better than you did when you said, watch out for the front kick, and then 2 seconds later, boom, there's the front kick. Will we see it again?
I definitely will see it again. We'll definitely see him go to that. Man, I had to wear rib pads to protect myself from those in the training camp. He's really, really good, really, really long. He's got great submission skills, too. Can't underrate his ground game because he's very, very good on the ground.
With that, we take a look at our tale of the tape presented by the United States Marine Corps. Mutanchi's a couple years older. Everything else matches up quite well. Chris Camozzi's 2 inches taller, slight leg reach for Cezar Ferreira, but physically, these guys are an even match. Lillian Garcia, take it away.
Thank you, Sean, and good evening, everyone. We are live from Atlantic City with the 2021 season of the Professional Fighters League. We now continue the action in the light heavyweight division. So get fired up, because it's about to get real. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He specializes in jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. Standing at 6'3", he officially weighs in at 204.5 pounds. In 40 professional bouts, this 15-year veteran has a record of 25 wins and 15 losses, with 15 victories by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, here is Chris Camozzi! His opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He specializes in capoeira. Standing at 6'1", he officially weighs in at 205.5 pounds. In 22 professional bouts, he has a record of 14 victories and 8 losses, with 8 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, and representing Brazil, here is Cezar Ferreira. Your referee in charge, Gary Copeland.
Gary Copeland will oversee the action as a third 205-pounder inside the smart cage. There's the ref cam taking us inside the action when necessary. Cezar Ferreira in the gold and black valetudos. Chris Camozzi, the southpaw, in the black and gray. Actually, both men coming out in a southpaw stance here. Leg kick on the low calf from Cezar Ferreira as he circles on the outside of the cage. Body kick from Ferreira.
Ferreira is just so fast at 205 pounds. Definitely looks like the faster guy here. And Camozzi is feeling those calf kicks, and he decides to return the favor.
Already early goings, 2 kicks in, and you can see that they're having an effect on Chris Camozzi. Rips a nice counter right.
I mean, this is the sharpest we have seen Ferreira here in the PFL.
Nice double leg by Ferreira. Caught Camozzi pressing, coming in, walked right into that double leg. Ferreira big enough and strong enough to just pick him up and drop him right on his back.
Already working on getting that shoulder pressure on the jaw of Camozzi. There's some nice control here. Let's see if he can climb through the half guard of Camozzi.
And with that, he looks to pass.
Camozzi has a lockdown on that right leg of Ferreira right now.
He's got that double vine, got it locked down pretty good. That's going to be tough to slide through for Ferreira.
Now he's going to come through right in the mount. Oh, man.
A lot of time. Nice way to recover at least a half guard there by Chris Camozzi, who will now look to snake a left underhook in.
Brilliant job by Camozzi to go right to that elbow escape, not wait until Ferreira gets settled in there and anchored in. A lot tougher to get out from under there.
Ferreira using his left knee to pin down the arms of Chris Camozzi, try and help him pass. Now Camozzi looks to recover guard with a butterfly on one side.
Nice head position there by Ferreira. It actually stopped Camozzi from getting back to his feet.
In his first PFL outing, the man they call Mutant, it was just a quick flurry and it was over. Now we get to see his full mixed martial arts arsenal on display inside the guard of Chris Camozzi. And remember, for playoff entrance purposes, Chris Camozzi probably needs a first or second round finish. He can't hang out down here too long.
Yeah, sitting at 0 points, he's got to score some bonus points to stay in as a potential postseason player. So he definitely needs to, he can't spend it laying on his back, that's for certain.
Check out that ghost cam, actually new technology in the PFL and the ref cam. So all angles, even from the other side of the cage, the ghost cam takes the chain links out. Inside the cage, the ref cam gives you up close and personal look at the action. Inside of 2 minutes here in round number 1. Cezar Ferreira so far an efficient performance. He knows he's got a playoff spot locked up. He's not going to put himself in a compromising position. Chris Camozzi is going to have to force something big if he wants to get off his back.
Camozzi's going to have to open his guard. He cannot get up from a closed guard. He's got to use those feet, get those legs, those long levers back into the fight. Get them in between. Here you go. Now he starts to get them in between and create scrambles. That's his best shot at getting back up.
And Ferreira doing a great job of threatening with strikes and the guard pass. Some guys just, you know, they get into that jiu-jitsu mode. They just want to try to pass the guard, but they don't stay active with their hands. Ferreira staying active on both ends of the game here.
Camozzi trying to turn that underhook into a single, at least to get up. Mutanchi says no, goes out to that front headlock position.
He's trying to cinch that front headlock up. Maybe going for an anaconda choke here. He's got such long arms, he can reach all the way through to his opponent's armpit there and lock that up on the far side.
Camozzi doing a good job of fighting hands so far.
30 seconds left here in round number 1. Mutanchi elbows the shoulder of Chris Camozzi. Risky moves sometimes against the downed opponent. You don't want to have that knee slip inside and hit the head and be an inadvertent illegal blow. Camozzi goes to stand up. 10 seconds remain here in round number 1. Ferreira will ride it out on the outside of the round with a couple of punches from Camozzi to close it out. This season, the PFL has developed a revolutionary, brand new statistic in mixed martial arts, the fighter performance rating. Every single round, fighters receive a score between 1 and 100. But the big thing is, it's not based on traditional MMA stats. It's not just strikes landed, takedowns. It's the impact those actions have in the round. All measured in the smart cage, pulled into the FPR algorithm, and generating a revolutionary score for you, the fight fan. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian on the outside of the smart cage. Inside, Cezar Ferreira and Chris Camozzi. Camozzi, the American, in the black and gray. The Brazilian Ferreira in the gold and black. Nice low kick again. Camozzi responds with a combination. FPR score in favor of Ferreira in the first round. Little mouse under the eye of Cezar Ferreira. Not sure where it came from in the first round. Nice jab from the Mutant. Camozzi charging in behind a couple of right hands.
You get the sense of some urgency from Camozzi. He realizes he's got to have something big happen this round to keep himself in the running.
Body kick in exchange for a couple of jabs there. Now Camozzi working well behind his own jab.
Stay smart.
Shovel uppercut misses for Camozzi. Ferreira tries to come underneath it. Successfully stuffed by Camozzi, who shoves off.
And this is a definite momentum shift right now in this fight. Camozzi starting to pour it on. And Ferreira needs to keep his composure here. He's definitely been the faster man. Needs to continue to move laterally and away from this pressure of Camozzi.
Mixture, baby. Mixture.
There's Chris Camozzi's corner.
He's looking to shoot. Beautiful cross, Chris. Good. Where's my mixer?
Oh!
Yeah.
Big left hand from Chris Camozzi. Drops Mutachi. Now he goes to work on top. Cezar Ferreira looking to recover a defensive posture. Camozzi crowding in, smashing that top leg down, and now Ferreira's finally able to grab the guard.
Beautiful combination set up by a body shot from Camozzi. And his consistency and pressure is paying off right now against the Brazilian.
And we saw how hard Chris Camozzi was to put away in his first bout. We saw how close it can be in this 205-pound weight class. Camozzi going to work with the left hand, and now Cezar Ferreira, who's already locked up a playoff spot, finds himself underneath a barrage from Chris Camozzi, who still needs a finish to move into that fourth spot.
Camozzi's a guy with 40 fights under his belt. He's showing his experience. He's showing that composure, staying right in there, getting exactly where he needs to be.
Let's see if Camozzi can posture up and land some heavy ground and pound. He's a little bit too close to stop Ferreira from this distance.
Ferreira hanging on, trying to control the head and neck of Chris Camozzi. Corey Hendricks in the Presidente viewing room. I don't want to put thoughts into his mind or words into his mouth, but he's probably hoping that Chris Camozzi doesn't get the finish and move in front of him, where he's currently sitting in that fourth place spot.
His playoff hopes are ticking down with 1 minute 35 seconds left in the round.
Camozzi doing a good job of every now and again sneaking a nice, powerful strike between the defensive limbs of Cezar Ferreira, framing the face with his hand, a little hammer fist for his efforts. Smothering pressure here from Chris Camozzi inside of Ferreira's guard.
And it's a balancing act, right? Because in giving space and posturing up, you allow those leg frames to get in place where they can maybe push you away and get back to your feet. So you have to really pick and choose when to posture up and give that space where you can land that heavy strike. But you have to be thinking about control here as well. That's a good position for Camozzi.
Look, if Camozzi gets his knees off the mat and drives them up into the back of the thighs of Ferreira, he can ride him and almost saddle up in there, and then he'll have that elevation to really land big shots.
Workman-like performance from the top for Chris Camozzi here.
Ferreira trying to attack the arm.
Yeah, here comes an armbar attempt from the bottom for Ferreira, negated by Chris Camozzi. Continues to pepper away with right and left hands.
This is a really strong round for Camozzi. I mean, this could potentially be a 10-8, guys. I mean, he dropped him, was really controlling and landing a lot of shots this round. Very interesting.
And the round comes to a close with Camozzi on top.
Here's a beautiful combination set up with that body shot. Goes downstairs, folds him a little bit, fades back, lands a beautiful left hand that drops Ferreira.
Sometimes it's a delayed reaction for some of those body shots, and that's what that looked like to me.
Round 3, you ready, Red?
Third and final round at 205 pounds inside the PFL Smart Cage. Cezar Ferreira,
Fight.
Chris Camozzi, potentially a round apiece, but as you said, Kenny, Florian, that might have been a 10-8 in round number 2, and you see the FPR score heavily in the favor of Chris Camozzi. Nice low calf kick, this time from Camozzi. Double jab and a left hand from the southpaw. Ferreira looks to snatch a single. Camozzi snatches the neck.
Oh,
now that 10-finger guillotine.
Oh, that was very close. He was forced to drop to his back, otherwise he would have been submitted there. Camozzi picks up where he left off.
Little sneaky submission attempt there from Chris Camozzi, displaying his own veteran savvy. Nice work by Ferreira to kick off the cage and get back to his feet.
Ferreira's got to let his hands go. He's got to use those long levers to keep this guy out of his face and off of him. He's just not doing it.
One punch at a time for Ferreira, and it's Camozzi coming back with combinations. Still moving the feet.
Big right hand, left hand rather.
Chris Camozzi needs a finish or he is eliminated from playoff contention, and he knows it. Ferreira.
See, Ferreira's throwing everything big. To me, it shows he's a little bit desperate out there. He's got to build these combinations more organically like Camozzi is. Seems like he's forcing the knockout here.
Body work from Chris Camozzi here.
Yeah, Ferreira's definitely not letting it flow, not setting up combinations, throwing anything in bunches. It's one shot here, one kick there.
Yeah, and his success in the first round was because of the combination, so he's gone away from that.
Camozzi coming in behind a jab, look to set up a takedown there. Ferreira shrugs him off. High kick attempt misses. Looking into the red corner of Cezar Ferreira.
Vamos lá, até final. Essa é nossa, Cezão. Cuidado, não deixa a cara aí, não. Cuidado que vai botar isso.
Move your head.
Afasta.
Move backwards. Yep. Use your game. That's it. 2 minutes 40. He's
botar o jab, sai do raio de ação dele.
going to want to use his jab. You got to get out of his radius. Yep. Go on a single leg. Yep, that's it. Perfect. Don't let him get you on the top. Get up top. Don't accept it.
Ferreira attempted the single there, well, the double, then transitioned to a single, and it was Camozzi who scrambles and ends up on top in the half guard.
Does a nice job of sprawling, Camozzi does, and using his hips to bowl Ferreira over, who was a little off balance, in on the single leg. And both those singles he's attempted in this round, he reached, he didn't move his feet, which tells me maybe he's a little leg weary. He's not moving his legs the way he normally does.
Absolutely, Randy, I agree with you. I think that if he was in better shape or if his body was feeling better, he would have just let go of the single. Instead, he's showing that he's fatigued because he just dropped to his back.
Chris Camozzi has 2 minutes to get a finish if he wants a playoff spot, a chance at a playoff spot. Body shot again after the combination from Camozzi. Jab and a leg kick, and a jab and a leg kick. Chris Camozzi putting in work. Another combination that finishes with the body shot.
Oh, beautiful combination. And this is where you can see that all the kickboxing training has been paying off for Chris Camozzi. And it just shows, you know, you don't always have to be the faster guy. Timing is everything in this game, and clearly Ferreira has been the faster guy, but it's Camozzi's consistency and his ability to put together combinations in a timely manner that's getting him the better in this round and the second.
Inside of 1 minute now, Chris Camozzi needs that finish. He'll pour on the pressure late. Cezar Ferreira trying to solve the Camozzi puzzle, but as Randy said, I think the fatigue really showing itself here.
Camozzi appears to be in rhythm, just seems to have that flow, and Ferreira is out of sync. He does not seem to be in that rhythm state at all.
Ferreira grabs the clinch. Camozzi shoves him off. Inside of 30 seconds. Takedown attempt here for Ferreira. Camozzi hanging on the neck.
And this is where, if you're in the corner of Camozzi, you got to be yelling at your fighter right now. He's got 15 seconds to try to get a finish here.
A flurry to finish things potentially at 205 pounds. Chris Camozzi lands a check hook. Ferreira sends one back. They finish slugging it out. Hendricks sees, all right, no finish there for Chris Camozzi. His playoff hopes still alive. A strong final 10 seconds there for Cezar Ferreira, but we'll see how the judges score this one. One look at our Cagenomics stats bundle presented by Geico. One takedown for Ferreira, but the attempts, the blockage, the stuffing of those takedown attempts was a big story for Chris Camozzi, who strung all those strikes together in the final 2 rounds. Have you gotten your PFL fan token yet? You can vote on fighter bonuses, many other polls throughout the season. Win yourself some grand prizes, some merchandise, once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Download the Socios.com app and impact the action today.
All right, come on in, guys. Chris.
Take a look here at the Rich Energy replay inside the cage from the ref cam.
Come on in. Chris.
Nice body shot there from Chris Camozzi. That's when he dropped Cezar Ferreira in the 2nd round. And Randy, this was the question. Was that a 10-8 round?
Yeah, well, it could have been. I mean, he was pretty close to having the referee step in and stop that fight right there, which is an indication that it's a 10-8 round.
And that's the flurry at the end of the fight. Take a look at our fighter performance rating. Ferreira won the 1st round. That's how I saw it. Fighter performance rating, and I agree that rounds 2 and 3 went to Chris Camozzi. And when he dropped Ferreira, that gave him a pretty strong score. But what a clean performance in those final 2 rounds by Chris Camozzi. Take a look at the Verdict Global Scorecard. With Verdict, you, the fans, get to be the judge. The fans saw it the exact same way that FPR did. 2 rounds for Chris Camozzi, the 1st round to Cezar Mutanchi Ferreira. How did our announcers call this fight? Well, FPR and the fans thought it was Chris Camozzi. Randy and Kenny agreed. The official decision goes to the judges, and for that, we send it to Lillian Garcia.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 29-28, 29-28, and 29-27. All for your winner by unanimous decision and earning 3 points in the light heavyweight division, Chris Camozzi!
Strong performance by Chris Camozzi, good enough for a decision victory.